What's up everybody, it's Sal here. Welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to be rearranging some of the posters here in my office. As you guys can see, I have artwork covering my entire wall here. Different things from like growing up and stuff, but I've kind of had this set up for the last few years. I've added a couple things to it, but now we're going to kind of change it around. We're also going to be cleaning up my desk a little bit, and I'll be showing you guys some new equipment that we've got for the podcast and some vlogging stuff that we've gotten. You go over some of the new stuff that we've gotten. That way you have context about what we're doing. So here is the Avatar: The Last Airbender poster that we got. We actually went to watch this before we even started vlogging, but it was in Avatar: The Last Airbender Symphony Concert. I've played music for like, I think going on my 14th year now. I was playing music, and so I really like symphonic bands, and they had a showing up in San Jose to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, scenes from it while a live symphonic band is playing music to it and stuff. And there's not very much talking that goes on during it. The music is very emotional when you have really good players playing it and it's a moving piece and stuff like that. But this is the poster that we bought while we were there, Avatar in concert. And so I'm gonna swap that out for something. I'm not too sure yet exactly where this one is going, but it is one that I like. And again, it was in San Jose. I think that's one of the great things about living in the Valley is you're so centrally located. Like, that's why it's called the Central Valley. We're 3 hours from Sacramento, 3.5 from the Bay, 2 hours from LA, 2 hours from the coast. It's such just a good like middle area where you kind of always have access to things. And if you really want to, you can make it a day trip, which we did do this. We went, it was in the middle of the week, went to it, came back that same day. Awesome experience, but like I said, that's going up. It's replacing something. If you haven't watched our latest vlogs where we went to Davis, you should definitely go check that out. We found a lot of really good things. One is this little bad guy right here. I love Mudkip, and this is just amazing. It's not very big, but it is going on my wall, and I really like it. And then also, if you know me, you know I like League of Legends, and this is Jinx here. This artist did a really good job. Also, like I said, all this is in the Davis vlog. They also had Mel, Vi, and I think, I forget what her name is, but it's the mom to Mel. And then the last thing that we're putting up is something that I'm really excited about. As you guys can tell, I'm wearing my Isra Sistral jersey. Again, trying to support our Latin American teams in League of Legends, you know. So this is actually a piece of artwork that I picked up when I went to the LTA watch party for the finals for the first split down in LA. And I actually have the signatures for the entire team for Lion, the League of Legends team that's in the LTA North, which they play here in LA, but they are a combination of two Mexican League of Legends teams playing here in LA. So I just think it's awesome to like have all of their stuff and be able to support them and have a local, you know, representation with my Mexican heritage and stuff like that, which I think is awesome, you know? But again, we have to figure out what we're taking down. So let's talk about what we have on the wall currently, right? Top far there is a drawing of my name. Got that at the fair when I was like 6. It's really cool. My mom bought it for me. Don't think that's coming down, it's kind of special. Top right next to it is a poster with my boy Packy on it. Loved his music growing up. I actually bought that it's a high quality print. It's not like a poster, it's like an actual print, but it's huge. And that's probably staying there. That little map right there is a like abstract of the town I grew up in. And then over here we have Gorillas, very important to me. We actually saw them at Coachella a couple years ago. Awesome group. Gotta rep my team even though they suck. The Dolphins there with the logos as they've gone through the years. Starry Night, my favorite painting of all time. Obviously not the original Starry Night. This is just a Walmart reprint for $10. And then right here is a picture of last year's Cloud9 team. And then over there on that other poster underneath the name is Cloud9 from 2 years ago when you had Sven at support, Berserker ADC, Blabbard, Jensen, and Fudge. Yeah, Fudge. So that was a little bit older, but I think, and again, Cloud9 fanboy, right? I think the two things that are coming down, funny enough, are both of my Cloud9 posters. Maybe when we go in person again, I'll get something from Cloud9 and it'll inspire me to put it up again. But I think those two might be coming down. And in addition, I think my Gorillas poster is coming down. It's been up there for a good while. I think I'm taking that down. We'll kind of see where we're gonna rearrange stuff, but let's start with taking down the C9s and the Gorilla, and then we'll see where we go from there. See you guys in a bit. All right, now that I got the other posters down, I was kind of looking at it, mapping it out. I think I'm gonna put the lion print artwork over there underneath the drawing of my name with the Jinx and the Mudkip, kind of set those up. I don't know if you guys can tell, kind of like the idea I'm going for is like not touching but close and spaced, or like a little bit kind of, it looked better when there was the other poster, but kind of like offset idea, right? And then I think the Avatar poster is gonna go here on the left. I think it just makes the most sense thematically for like, I have two long waist pieces, need a vertical piece here. Over there I have a long waist piece, I need a couple vertical, but yeah, we put the Avatar one up here and then we'll see how it looks. What do we think? I think it looks good. I pulled it down a little bit because obviously this one isn't as big as the Gorillas poster, and I kind of wanted to take up the same amount of space. So I pulled it down. It still has that little bit of that offset vibe, fits in the area there. But yeah, it also leaves me like a little bit of space right here in case I do end up getting a Cloud9 print. I guess I can put it right there. But for now, that's what we're going with. And then let's go put the other stuff on the other side of the wall. We're done. The remodel is done. It does look a little barren, but I kind of like that because it seems more inviting to get more things to put up on the wall. Plus, we can lower this down. Plus, if we lower this down, we can see here my monitors are literally right here. So there's not much more space downwards, and that's kind of tucked away in my corner because I do technically have a corner desk. It's two pieces of workbenches stuck together. But in that corner, I'm thinking I'm gonna put my Lego set that I'm building. And at that point, I will probably take down my Starry Night poster because a couple years ago, I just haven't had the chance, but a couple years ago, Jess bought me the Starry Night Lego set. So once I build that, that's gonna go on my desk. So I'm thinking I can take that out and look for a new piece that can replace that right there front and center. So that's exciting. But like I said, as of right now, leave it there. I like the blank space there as well because not too sure what I'm gonna do with this corner of my office. Next thing is I have to clean my desk. The first thing is these cutouts. So I saw a video a long time ago, which was pretty cool, where they were a shoe collector and they had all these shoe boxes, and instead of throwing all of the boxes away, they cut out the tops of all the boxes and kept that and then threw everything else away. So I thought it'd be cool. And I can't believe I didn't think of this when like I had a lot of boxes. So I used to have a bin at my parents' house full of boxes. When I bought my Nintendo Switch, when I bought this, when I bought that, just a bunch of different things like that. So like Magic Keyboard stuff, headphones that Jess got me, just this iPad mini, just stuff like that, which I think would be cool. Oh, can't forget this one. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is pretty much what we film all of our vlogs on. I just think it's cool. You can put these like in a frame somehow, make a little collage out of them, and look back and be like, wow, remember when we started YouTube? Look at all those things that we had to purchase to get this off the ground. The next thing here on my desk is this bad boy, which I love. Jess actually went thrifting right before we went to go watch her brother run the marathon because we wanted to take her nice Canon, which is what I'm filming on now, and we didn't have a bag for it. She was using like this old little backpack she had, and both of the straps are ripped. They were just kind of tied together, and we just bought a Rode microphone for it, which is what we have on this now. And we're like, okay, we have like some nicer equipment. We should definitely get a bag. She goes and thrifts this like vintage Sony bag, and it is so nice. Fits all of the Rode mic stuff, has a spot for the camera, the spot for the lens, put chargers, a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's awesome. And she got it for $10. So thrifting is a really good thing. I don't know where this is going yet, but it's on my desk, so I'm gonna tuck it in the back corner. These are kind of my daily driver hats that I've been wearing. One is CSUN, Cal State University Northridge. My cousin gave me this because he's in the aeronautics program. You guys have heard him. Kai, he's in the podcast, and then my Davis hat that we got in the Davis vlog. Once again, if you guys haven't seen it, go check that out. It's a good vlog. But these have to go back in my closet. Just, I get out, or I get home, put a hat on, take it off, ends up on my desk. You know how it goes. But yeah, besides that, I did want to talk about a couple of equipment that I'm going to be installing. I don't know if I'm going to show it right now or if I'll just talk about it later, but the mic that I use and the setup that I have has been pretty much the same setup I've had since high school. The only things that I've upgraded is I used to have a Behringer like mixer, hardware mixer, and it had for 4 inputs and stuff. Actually, I had for 16 inputs, but 4 mic inputs, and then 8 LR inputs and stuff like that. But that died on me at some point last year, so now I have here a Focusrite Solo 4. I bought it brand new, and it's been like a night and day difference. I always feel like the Behringer had problems with like clarity of audio, and this one is just so crisp. This one also is a USB connection, or USB-C to my computer. The other one was a straight audio connection, so maybe with my computer I needed a better sound card, who knows. But like I was saying, I decided to splurge a little bit, so I got myself the Pod mic from Rode. This bad boy, I mean, you've seen it everywhere. It's, you know, popular and stuff with all these podcasters. I think it's gonna be nice for me. Trying to get more into doing videos for my YouTube channel, like my specific channel over on Rusty Cliff Studios. And I think having a good mic here, especially also for when we do voiceovers for our shorts and other stuff, I think that's important. And then the other thing I have is the Rode Studio Arm 1. So I bought the actual studio arm for it because I was like, we're already here, might as well get both. So I will be using both of those to upgrade my current setup right here, which, I mean, it's not a bad setup. It's just a little rickety and it's kind of old. It's a newer mic stand. Newer, N-E-E-W-E-R, not newer. Newer mic stand and microphone and an Amazon Basics XLR cable. It's done me well, but I've been noticing recently that sometimes when we're doing the podcast or afterwards, my audio is just getting a little messed up and distorted. And I think it's because either my cable or my mic is kind of going out. So got both of those brand new. And since I was getting it, might as well get the arm as well. But also I got this Pig Hog XLR cable. It's pretty much one of the highest recommended cables that you can get out there. Very, very good quality, like hardcore. You shouldn't be able to mess this bad boy up. And the way I have mine set up, it's kind of wrapped around my arm and goes into my desk area. So for me, that's the best case scenario. But like I said, that's kind of like me here at my desk, updating my pictures and stuff like that with our recent trips, and hopefully we get more with more trips upcoming. We have a couple of different things planned here coming up the next couple months. See if we can get some stuff from that. But like I said, upgrading our equipment here at the desk, trying to get the studio, up to the caliber that I used to have it at when I used to live back in the clubhouse, and I had the studio set up for the podcast and everything. I had a lot of good equipment set up, mic stands, everything. A lot of that I've either parted out or sold off, or it's broken over time, and I think I literally have just this one set left that actually is like a full set. I have like a couple broken arms, microphones that don't work anymore, but it's been a good 5 long years of just kind of parting through equipment. So now kind of get serious. We have this good equipment. So like I said, thank you guys for checking out this video. I know it's kind of like chill vibes, but again, just trying to give you guys a little insight to some of the stuff that we pick up along the way, some of the stuff that we're investing into the channels and stuff like that. So thank you guys for checking this out, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.